All right, it's 5 o'clock, so we're going to open the Rules and Legislative Committee. All the members are present, accounted for, and now we're ready for prayer. Let us pray. Our Father, who art the hope of all the earth, remember us in love, guide us by thy wisdom. Let's prepare our hearts in this Advent season with hope, peace, joy, and love. We ask thee to grant blessings upon thy servants, our county leaders, our county mayor and commissioners, city mayor and councilmen. Bless us with the spirit of wisdom, goodness, and truth. May law and order and justice and peace prevail, defend our liberties, and preserve our unity, to the honor of thy holy name. Amen. Amen. And the first item on the agenda is approval of the November 16th, 2021 Rules and Legislative Committee minutes.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The next item is consideration of placing the December 14th, 2021 Commission minutes on the January 11th, 2022 County Commission agenda.
We place those on the agenda without a recommendation.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The third item is consideration of placing the notary applicants on the January 11th, 2022 County Commission agenda as requested by County Clerk Donna Thomas.
Move to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next is the Veterans Office report is in our packet. Looks like there were 42 veterans that were transported to the VA hospitals, and there were also 42 that came by the office for visits. Any questions or discussion concerning the Veterans report? So motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the community clinic report is just for our own information. It was, as we already said, they usually see 80 to 90 people on the medical part of it, and they usually see 40 or 50 on the dental part of it. So it's just for our own information, but both are valuable services, the medical and the dental, to our community. So it's just for our own information. But I think there were 84 served in November medically, and there were 48 served in the dental clinic. The Ag Board, we had the minutes from their last meeting. It looks like everything's in line there. Looks like everything, the finances are good and everything else. I think it's trying to get some grants, trying to build some bathrooms out there as well. So hopefully that will come to fruition. Okay, then that doesn't require anything, it's just for our own information. Then other business or old business is bridge naming for Commissioner Jimmy Patterson. Last time we had 2 sets of guidelines. I won't apologize for that. I don't really know how that came about, but we did get the other ones out, and they were a little different than the original ones that many of the commissioners received, and some on the committee. So I think where we were there, and we'll review, I think Jason Sanders, which was, it's been helping family with this procedure, has some more information. So we'll let him go over some of that in just a minute. I think where we ended last time, we were looking, he did have, I think it was 7 or 8 years in the Marine Corps. We were wondering if he had any other military awards. So we were going to check in that, because that could be helpful in approval. It's maybe not necessary, but helpful. And then we're going to look at what we did. Obviously, the main thing that he's relying on is public service, which was he served part of 3 terms as commissioner. And when you look at that other part, then you have to determine is 3 terms long enough, And then, how distinguished was those three terms? That's the question that is related there. And then the other one is community service. I mentioned that, where there's some other things, whether it's necessary or not, I guess, is up to everyone's subjective somewhat. So, but it is helpful if they've done something else beyond just serving on the commission. And then, of course, the petition. I think you have a petition
We
ready,
do.
don't you?
It's in everyone, y'all get that?
Okay, well, good. So we got that. So the question is, and we'll have to review it, and we do have some more information, which is good, but it needs to be reviewed, and we'll just start discussing some of it now.
May I ask, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman? That's Jason some questions. On this package, that you put together, the qualification criteria, it shall be deceased for 1 year. He meets that criteria. They should approve the request. Has the family approved this request, and they understand that they have to pay all the expenses out there? Did he serve as a veteran in the armed forces? Did he have a distinguished service, public service, long distinguished public service, community service, and we have proof of all that?
Yes,
And do you have a petition with 25 names on there?
yes, sir.
Okay. So you have brought into us the required instruments for us to discuss the qualifications to move forward. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, yes, definitely. 100%.
And Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you on behalf of all of us for the work you have done. This is outstanding work you put together. You spent a lot of time on this. You have worked it to where that gives us the direction and the guidance we need. And through your work, we now have a real solid basis in which we can decide on how we want to move forward. So thank you very, very much for your time and effort on that. So, Mr. Chairman, I think without any other questions, that Commissioner Sanders has brought in the information that's met the criteria, and I would move that we send this up to the full commission and let the commission decide on what they'd like to do. And I'd ask for a second.
I'll second that.
okay. Is there any other questions here on the committee? I haven't had a privilege to review it, so I'm going to have to pass on the matter, but I will, on a request, there's been a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
We have additional information.
Okay,
Maybe at the end of
that's
the
great.
meeting, so that you
Okay,
have
good.
it.
We'll be on the county agenda next month. Okay, the next item on the agenda is nominations for the standing committees. The only one I had is involves Commissioner Sanders again. I think he has gotten together with Commissioner Anderson, and I think it's a mutual agreement. I think Commissioner Sanders wants to serve on the Law Enforcement Committee, which is now being served by Bill Anderson, and Bill Anderson wants to serve on the Rules. So that's I see no reason why we couldn't grant the request to those two commissioners and place it for the swap in January. Is there any other discussion or questions? Or Jason, do you want to verify that, or you got any comments, or?
And just to clear everything up, this hasn't been a thought of mine since, short time. This has been something I've talked about when I first was appointed. I asked if I could, if there was a committee swap, how do we do it? And I was told if we were going to do something like that, it'd be after the first of the year. So that's where it comes to that. It ain't something that just happened, something I've discussed with Matt before.
And Bill did call me and tell me to make sure that was okay.
Yep.
He's got out with, his family's got COVID, but
That's what he said.
he don't want to come expose us. He don't have it, but
I think his wife's got it.
So, animal clinic there.
Now, they swapping.
They will if it's approved by the full commission
Yeah,
in
we
January. This is a proposal to put on the full commission for its approval.
yeah,
And we do know both commissioners are in favor of it.
I make a motion.
All right.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so you know, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, I think, and we'll go back under other business, we had the Veterans Report. I don't think we discussed it the last month, but I don't think we brought it to a vote. So we do need to bring it to a vote. I'm sorry, sometimes we get reports and I can't remember if Mike spoke last month or not. But anyhow, sometimes we get busy and I don't ask for a vote. It does have to be approved. So this is not, we approved it last month. This is the prior month. So I guess that would be, October. We approved November, so this will be approving October's minutes for the Veterans Association.
Mr. Chairman, I would move we approve the October Veterans Report there.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, so they got us to speak. Thank you. They were getting us corrected. Okay, the only thing I've got in announcements is statement of interest. I think we all got that, from the, Tennessee Ethics Commission. So don't forget that. We've got all next month to do it, but you have to file that statement of interest with them next month sometime. So don't forget to do that. I think Commissioner Vic, you.
I have two things, with your permission.
Yes.
A letter from Shane Hooper, our president CEO of the Shelbyville Bedford Partnership. If you don't mind, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to read this letter real quick. Dear board members, elected officials, we are fortunate to receive a positive confirmation today on our site development grant for $1 million. This was a competitive grant. In November, we went to Nashville, presented our plan to the Tennessee Economic Community Development Panel. Press release is included here. The money will be used to upgrade our sewer capacity to the industrial park. We worked with Shelbyville Power and Water to create the plan. It will be a 70-30 match on the $1 billion. The partnership, all of the elected officials, this county commission, our leadership from our mayor, our partnership with the city of Shelbyville has made this possible. This is a huge get for us. 12 grants totaling $8 million, and we were one of, if not the largest, I think there were two $1 million grants. We were one of those. That will help tremendously with our work that we're doing at our industrial park. And so good work for that, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for your leadership on that. And Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, if I take a moment, just as a year-end wrap-up on where we are and what we've gone through this past year. So I want to thank the mayor, I want to thank the county commission, our legislative delegation for this spectacular year of accomplishments that this commission has done. We started this year under this cloud of COVID. We're going to finish it under the same way. Because of the pandemic and all the economic uncertainty, we adopted a 0% growth budget when we started here. We had no idea what the economy would do. We didn't know what we'd be faced with, shutdowns. We didn't know how people would respond economically and how we manage responsibilities if we were elected and sent up here to perform. So here's what this mayor and the leadership and this county commission has accomplished. Here is what the commission has done in probably the most uncertain financial time since the Depression in the 1930s. First thing we did is we lowered our tax rate from $2.55 to $1.97. Through the assistance of our legislative delegations as well as our partner, the city of Shelbyville, the state provided us the largest single investment in the history of Bedford County with $43.7 million to help train our workers. And they're going to break ground on this in the spring. TDOT, through the help of our Mark Clanton, our road superintendent, secured a $4 million grant to build a road in the industrial park. Economic Community Development, through the help of our industrial development director, Shane Hooper, and the Bedford Partnership, was today awarded this $1 million upgrade to our water and sewer. Through the work and leadership of the mayor, we now have a new phenomenal hospital partner in Vanderbilt. We implemented a plan to revitalize the entry to the historic town square with our Main Street project and working with Uncle Nearest, and we're excited about that project, which is going to begin in the spring. We are working on restoring our courthouse. We purchased a building for our archives, and we did this without any property tax money being spent. We brought clean water to Union Ridge and several other communities out here through grants. We received a grant that allowed 2,500 more people to have high-speed broadband since the first of the year, and that's going to expand and probably triple by springtime when the next round of grants come out. We're developing our own workforce initiative with the help of the school board, who has been instrumental in things. We've got a new school superintendent. Our scores are higher than before. We're building a badly needed elementary school this coming year, and we're going to refurbish existing schools. And under the leadership of the mayor, Robert Daniel, our finance director, we were awarded a certificate of excellence from the government office for financial accountability. We've achieved a perfect audit finding in 4 of the last 5 years. Our certificate of excellence from the comptrollers was awarded. Only 1 of 8 counties received this in the whole state, and we were the smallest one. Our bond rating in this county is the highest we've ever had. And that can only be done with the leadership that the mayor is giving, the leadership and the vision that we have on this commission, and our legislative delegation and the outstanding job they're doing. So we're getting results, and they're positive results. We're growing. We're no longer lunging from crisis to crisis. We're managing our growth. And while this year will go down in history as the year of COVID, but for this mayor and this commission, this year will go down as the day that we met our rendezvous with destiny, because things are happening in Bedford County for the best that we've had, and it's taken 3 years of hard work. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I hope I did.
Thank you for bringing some updates.
It's all right.
That's good. It's all right. There's quite a bit of accomplishments in there, and it's not easily done either.
No.
A lot of those issues and decisions are, and it's tough. It's just not easily done, as I've just said. Is there any other announcements or any other business come before the committee? You know, say a motion to adjourn?
Good job.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Everybody have a good Christmas.
Brother Brown, you're south of sore eyes.